According to your faith, will it be done to you? I'm sure we all heard that. But what is faith and how to have it? And why is it so important? In today's video, we are deciphering The Power of Awareness by Neville Goddard, and there is an entire chapter on faith. A miracle is the name given by those who have no faith. To the works of faith, faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. The very reason for the law of assumption is contained in this quotation. If there were not a deep-seated awareness that which you hoped for had substance and was possible for attainment, it would be impossible to assume the consciousness of being or having it. It is the fact that creation is finished and everything exists that stirs you to hope, and hope, in return, implies expectation. And without expectation of success, it would be impossible to use the law of assumption. Evidence is a sign of actuality. So if you don't have faith, you wouldn't even use the law of assumption because you wouldn't believe that what you want already exists. So you are halfway there. All you have to do now is use it and have more faith that it is done. Not only possible, but it is done. Thus, this quotation means that faith is the awareness of the reality of that which you assume, a conviction of the reality of things which you do not see, the mental perception of the reality of the invisible. So once you accept the thing to be true, you are grabbing it from the invisible to the visible. Consequently, it is obvious that a lack of faith means disbelief in the existence of that which you desire. So if you are faithless, then you don't believe that the thing that you want is here, is already here. Everything exists. Creation is finished. You are just matching the frequency of the thing that you want. And once you do, you will see it with your own eyes in this 3D hologram we live in. Inasmuch as that which you experience is the faithful reproduction of your state of consciousness, lack of faith will mean perpetual failure in any conscious use of the law of assumption. So you must have faith. It is a staple in the use of the law of assumption. In all ages of history, faith has played a major role. It permeates all the great religions of the world. It is woven all through mythology, and yet today it is almost universally misunderstood. Contrary to popular opinion, the efficacy of faith is not due to the work of any outside agency. It is from first to last an activity of your own consciousness. The Bible is full of many statements about faith, of the true meaning of which you are aware. Here are some typical examples. So Neville here will decipher many of the Bible verses that implies that the law of assumption is actually used in the Bible, and not only in the Bible, in every single contemporary religion. Because remember, they all came from one source. There is only one consciousness. Unto us was the gospel preached, as well as unto them. But the word preached did not profit them, not being mixed with faith in them that heard it. In this quotation, the us and them make clear that all of us hear the gospel. Gospel means good news. Very obvious good news for you would be that you had attained your desire. Your feeling of the wish fulfilled brought you your desire. So now you are happy. You already have what you want. This is always being preached to you by your infinite self. To hear that which you desire does exist, and you need only to accept it in consciousness is good news, because everything is here and now. So all you have to do is choose it and accept it as a fact. Not mixing with faith means to deny the reality of that which you desire. Hence, there is no profit, attainment possible. O faithless and perverse generation, how long shall I be with you? The meaning of faithless has been made clear. Perverse means turned the wrong way. In other words, the consciousness of not being what you want to be faithless, that is, to disbelieve in the reality of that which you assume, is to be perverse. How long shall I be with you means that the fulfillment of your desire is predicated upon your change of the right state of consciousness. It is just as though that which you desire is telling you that it will not be yours until you turn from being faithless and perverse to righteousness. As already stated, righteousness is the consciousness of already being what you want to be. By faith, he forsook Egypt, not fearing the wrath of the king, for he endured as seeing him who is invisible. Egypt means darkness in this verse. Belief in many gods causes the king, symbolizes the power of outside conditions or circumstances. He is your concept of yourself as already being what you want to be. Enduring as seeing him who is invisible means persisting in the assumption that your desire is already fulfilled. Thus, this quotation means that by persisting in the assumption that you already are the person you want to be, you rise above all doubt, fear, and belief in the power of outside conditions or circumstances, and your world inevitably conforms to your assumption. So all you have to do is to have faith in your imaginal acts, in your assumptions that you are already that man you want to be, that woman that you want to be. You already have everything you ever wanted. Want to be a businessman? Act like it. Sleep in the assumption that you are that businessman. Imagine a scene that implies the fulfillment of your desire, and you will wake up the next day under compulsion to do certain things, to go many places that you wouldn't normally go to, that will aid you to get to that goal. The dictionary definitions of faith: the assent of the mind or understanding of the truth, unwavering adherence to principle, are so pertinent that they might well have been written with the law of assumption in mind. Faith does not question, faith knows. And many of you guys are trying to find a way, a certain technique, a certain method to actually be in the feeling of the wish fulfilled. And this is why I made my ebook. I gathered all the techniques possible that you can use easily on your day-to-day basis to actually be in the feeling of the wish fulfilled. You can find that ebook in the link in the description box. Alright guys, so that's it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, subscribe to the channel, like to reach more people. Tell me down below in the comments what do you want to see next. And until next video, I'll see you soon.
It's not just to entertain an idea. What idea? The idea must produce in you this feeling, which is a sensation, but it must be a feeling. What would the feeling be like if it were true? You dwell upon that until you catch that feeling. As Churchill said, that the mood determines the fortunes of people, rather than the fortunes, the mood. The mood precedes the fortune. So what would you want in this world? Well, contemplate it. What would the feeling be like if you had it? What would it be like if it were true?